Yo, what's up, guys? What is up, my impatient people? What's going on? How's everybody doing? Squealing like a stuck pig again today, are we? Beast mode, Biden's final. Yeah, yes, exactly. Exactly. We're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it. JE, what's up, man? Crypto truckers in the house. Bring some alpha. I got you, man. I got you. Williams in the house, too. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you, man. Roland, Jasmy's number one. Hell yeah. Jasmy's in the top three, and it ain't number two, and it ain't number three. Brady Smith. Why is the video not playing? Yay, not really. It's not started yet. 9 minutes to start. I think we're in big trouble, guys. I think the bear market blues are coming. No, I disagree, Brandon. I disagree. Now, listen. Here's the thing, guys, okay? I've been in crypto a long time, and one of the things I am very, very much most certain about when it comes to crypto is that I'm seeing a lot of people right now saying we topped, right? One thing I can tell you, like I said, that I am more certain than anything else in crypto about is that when the general consensus everyone's calling the top, we have most certainly not topped. Step back and think about it logically for a second. Really? So everyone just all of a sudden has the ability to call the top? Like all of a sudden, right? Every single time everyone's calling the top, we end up going way higher. And then the same people who were calling the top are saying later, I told you it wasn't the top, right? Guys, we have not topped, okay? We have not topped. There are so many metrics that you could look at. If you really were to step back and stop listening to boneheads, you'd be able to just say, like, this guy's an idiot when he says that we've topped, okay? Just let's take a simple one. Let's take a simple one. Between the Bitcoin halving, and we've covered this before, between the Bitcoin halving and the top of the cycle, every single cycle is an average of about 525 days. That leads us from the Bitcoin halving until about October, mid-October roughly, of this year. Why? Why would all of a sudden the market or the 4-year cycle be shortened by almost a year out of nowhere for just because reasons, because somebody on YouTube said so? Doesn't make any sense, right? You stick to the 4-year cycle. It has never failed. And until it does fail, what do they say? The trend is your friend till the end. The 4-year cycle is your friend until it is no longer the 4-year cycle. And to this point, it has never failed. So despite hundreds and thousands of people calling for the 4-year cycle to end, it has never ended. They have been wrong every single time. Okay? So just remember that. As always, guys, remember, hit the like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow. It costs you absolutely nothing. And it brings some good karma into your life because you're doing something good for somebody else at no expense to yourself, right? So go ahead and smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, hook a brother up. I would do it for you. Batlander, yo, to the Jasmy family. Mario, don't say that, Brandon. Please, por favor. What's up? Funky's in the house. Great sale off today. Sell off today. Yes. Market manipulation at its finest. I have been DCing over the last few days like crazy, guys. Again, like if you're on the Patreon or you're a YouTube member, you know I've been buying. I think I DCA'd yesterday morning, and like the last 2 days, I've DCA'd twice a day, every day, once in the morning, once in the evening. I DCA'd again last night. I'm taking full advantage of this, guys. I'm taking full advantage of it. AKP, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. The dude. Yeah, no, nothing happened to Trump. Misinformation. Hurry up. Rod, nobody said that it was easy waiting on a dump from the U.S. government. Let's get this over with. Yes, absolutely. Danny's in the house. What's up, buddy? What it do? I am Jasmy. We're all Jasmy. Scott, how about that? I made a live. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Nicholas, what's up, big dog? Good to see you, man. Blair, what's going on? Wrecked, you should encourage people to take profits so the dump is encouraged. I don't encourage people to do anything with their bags, my friend. And I definitely would not be encouraging people to sell at a loss. That's an awful idea. That's an awful idea. Monkey, Jasmy to the moon. Yeah, don't worry, guys. Jasmy is the best coin. You gonna be rich. Dumb money. Who's panicking? The government sells all their Bitcoin. Where does that put Bitcoin, and where does that put all coins? Jasmy going back under a penny. No, I mean, you're being a little bit dramatic, Brandon, by thinking Jasmy's going to drop under a penny. Being a little melodramatic at that point. Peeps, what's up, buddy? Richie Rich, what time's the live tonight? It's going to be a little bit later than normal. Normally we do 8 p.m. Central, but it's going to be about 8:30, between 8:30 and 9 p.m. Central tonight. William, people are panicking now. What are they going to do when we have 4 more 30% dips? Yes, exactly. Exactly. Oh, did I misunderstand what you said? My apologies, my friend. My apologies. Yeah, that's exactly it, man. Like, people panicking and stuff at this. Like, I covered this about 2 weeks ago, guys. I went back over the chart, and I showed you guys that we had, I think it was 15, that it was 15 different dips that ranged between 11% and 49% over the course of a bull run. So we're down over 3 days. We're down 9.29%. Like, we need to relax a little bit. Like, we're not even down double digits on Bitcoin, right? That's a breeze. XEN's holding steady, and Swift is that beach ball under the water. Yes, Jasmy, and you definitely encourage people to buy DCA. You should mention when it's a good time to secure profits. Yeah, I do mention when it's a good time to secure profits, but you're not going to get anyone to help you make life-changing wealth for free, my friend, right? We have exit strategies and profit-taking plans over on the Patreon, right? If you're looking for someone to help you make money for free, I don't know where you're going to find that, right? Good luck with that. Magic Power, what's going on, brother? What's going on? All right, what else do we have? So yeah, guys, we're down not even double digits, right? Not even double digits. So people need to chill. People need to relax a little bit. Like, guys, listen, we're not even done. We came down, we tested 92K. I think we could come down as far, like we could come down into here, right? Between 85 and 88K. And if this doesn't hold, we could sweep the lows. We could sweep the lows and go between 78 and 80K, right? Because we have a CME gap down there that needs to be filled, right? So yeah, let me just there we go. I shut Big Mouth up. Now he can't talk anymore. Says he asks for, I love that. I love when you see that. You see somebody come into the chat, ask for free advice on how to make money. You tell them that that's not going to happen. And then they say, I don't need you to help me make money. Okay, then shut up and go somewhere else then. What are you doing here? Like, simple. Very, very simple. All right. So what do we got? Let's get into the bubbles. See what the bubbles are doing. Blah. Are they that stupid to dump it all? Yes. Well, that's the thing. They're not. Like, we're going to get into it a little bit. I'm going to cover it. But, yeah, they are. They really are, Blah. Because they're being bitter. They're being salty because they lost the election, right? If the government sells 60,000 Bitcoin, doesn't there have to be 60,000 Bitcoin being bought? I mean, yeah. you're not wrong. There does have to be. I mean, they could sell it OTC, right? They could dump it that way. They could sell it to the OTC desk or something. I would like to see somebody like. I'd like to see someone like Michael Saylor just contact him and say, "Hey, I'll buy it from you right now. Send it over." Right? No free rides here. Exactly. Rod GT, I was thinking about this junction delay. I wonder if Hara knows AI could literally do all the codes, etc., within just a few days. Yeah. I did a very fascinating video on junction and AI last night. So you guys definitely like how they're going to be able to bring a lot of AI companies to their ecosystem, right? It's huge. Beebs, Rob, are you expecting a pause from the Fed? Probably not a cut. Yeah, they're gonna pause for quite a while, Beebs. Honestly, man, I think we're gonna see pauses probably for at least the entire first quarter. Michael, Rob, do you like Swift right now? Looking to take a bit of XRP profit, $5,000 to get into Swift. I love Swift right now. Swift is one of my top holdings for sure. And it's at a very good DCA price as well. Yes, it's down 10.5% on the week and 32% on the month. It's a great opportunity, my friend. Jack, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Stupid. This is nothing else. Good Harris got. Yeah, well, that's exactly it, right? That's exactly it. The choices that the Democrats are making right now are very clearly not in the best interests of the American people to sell the Bitcoin. The people voted for a pro-crypto candidate. The people very clearly, if you look around, want a strategic Bitcoin reserve, okay? The people have made it clear. The American people have made it clear that's what they want. The Biden administration and the Democrats choosing to rush sell that 60,000 Bitcoin before Trump gets into office is a very clear example that the American people made the right decision in the election, because anyone who would make a decision to sell off 60,000 Bitcoin against what the American people want, you're actually acting against the best interests and what the American people want right now, which shows me that you definitely should not be in the White House. You should not be leading the country. Is there any other example of acting in a detrimental way based on your emotions than something like that, right? So they're showing us, the Democrats are showing you right now why you as American people made the right decision, right? Thank God you did. Imagine how bad things would get if they had actually won. Look how they're behaving when they lost, acting against the American people's best interests. They would continue to act against the best interests of the American people for 4 more years had they won. It would have been terrible. Dumb money, Rob. Your prices equal free. Whomever doesn't take advantage of this free advice, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I mean, there's always dumb money. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I try to make it as affordable as possible, but there's always going to be people who feel like, you know, you should give them your experience and your knowledge for free, right? There's always going to be those people that are entitled to that, right? It's a sad world we live in, but you know, just one last middle finger from the current regime we have here in the States. Sorry, everyone. There's no thanks. We're all good, brother. We're all good. It's just another buying opportunity, right? Venom, what's up, man? I really like your live channel. You don't hold back and you tell it like it is. That's the only way to be, brother. That's the only way to be authentic, right? It's just me being me. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Funky, Swift, more bullish than XRP? Well, I mean, look, it depends. There's a lot of intricacies to that question, right? But I would say in terms of this market cycle, yes, because the return on investment for Swift right now is going to be far higher than it's going to be on XRP. Marvin, what's up, brother? Are they shaking out everyone, bro? Not us. They ain't shaking us out, brother. Right? Michael, thanks, Rob. You the man. I'm in your paid group, but loving getting info from you here too. Hey, man, I love seeing you everywhere, Michael. Thank you so much for being around, brother. I appreciate you. Seth, Rob, you got that right. You help us learn how to make money, not hand out freebies. Yes, exactly, Seth. 100%, brother. Rob, do you see SEI peaking? Where do you see SEI peaking this cycle? SEI, I mean, honestly, I used to think it could make it close to $10, but I don't think so. Probably $4 to $5, $4 to $5, maybe, conservatively. Hey, Rob, thanks for your update doing DCA. Hey, no problem, Paul. I got you covered, brother. The Legend of Alexander, where you been, brother? This will cause everyone to stop believing in the crypto market, never-ending dump sideways, then small pump, then dump again. This market manipulation is becoming much. And that's, you know what, though? That's the plan, right? That's what this market does. This happens over and over and over again to the point where everyone's convinced that the bull run's not coming, that altcoin season's not coming, and then it comes. And then all of a sudden, everyone's buying green candles. That's kind of how it works, right? This prices start going parabolic. Everyone that's selling right now, who's saying, screw this, I give up, blah, 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 I'm frustrated, they all of a sudden will start buying all of these green candles, which allows people like us to sell and use them as exit liquidity, right? So that's kind of the point, I suppose. Batladder, I DCA'd bigly into Swift again. Gotta load up when you have the ability. Yes, I've been DCAing pretty heavy too over the last 3 days, man. Jetpack, regardless if the government is choosing to hodl Bitcoin or the states themselves are taking it into their own hands to acquire their own Bitcoin reserves. Yes, exactly, right? But the point is, though, is like, so the Trump administration is going to create, I'm convinced they are going to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So the Democrats selling off the Bitcoin that they hold right now is actually costing the American people money, because now they have to spend more taxpayer money to buy that Bitcoin, right? Or they have to print the money to buy the Bitcoin, or whatever. However they're going to go about it, it acts in a detrimental way to the American people financially, right? And that is on the shoulders of the Democrats for making that decision. Leo, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Leo in the house. What the hell is this coin crazy? Never heard of it, man. Never heard of it. Johnny, what do I do when I get to the Patreon to do a one-on-one? Just shoot me a DM over there, Johnny. Just shoot me a DM, and I will schedule you in for your one-on-one, brother. Facts. Ty, man, what's up, buddy? Do you still think the bull will spill? No, I do not think the bull run's going to spill into 2026. I don't think so. No. In my opinion, no. The fall, I think that it's going to end in the fall. An average of 525 days after the Bitcoin halving, same thing that happens every cycle. That would land us anywhere between middle of September and the middle of November. So September, October, November, that is going to be your range for the top of the market. Anyone that tells you that they can pinpoint the exact top is absolutely full of it. So yeah, they cannot. They cannot. Okay, what else do we have going on here? $4 to $5 SEI is still beautiful gains. Oh yeah, for sure. You got to remember, we got into SEI network when it first launched at 2 cents, right? So from 2 cents to $4 to $5 is a huge run up. Your favorite question, Rob? What's your price targets for JASMY? Nice. Government making the whole cut off your nose despite your face move. Yeah, exactly. Couldn't have worded it better. Rob, you're right. Turbo is a great buy right now. 7 to 10 cents is reasonable for this cycle. Oh, absolutely. A 10x on Turbo, easy from here. Easy. Dumb Money, what do you think about Edge? They've been around since 2013. I have not honestly not looked into Edge, to be honest with you. So I couldn't really give you an opinion on it because I've never done any research on it. So it might be good. I'd have to look into it. Batari, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Tiger, just wait for Trump on the 20th. Yeah. 11 more days, guys. 11 more days. All right, let's get into some of the news. I don't know if you guys saw, but All In Crypto did a price prediction video on JASMY. Check out a clip from his video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this.
71 cents. Let's make that abruptly clear or abundantly clear. And of course, we did do a video on this not that long ago when JASMY certainly took that neckline. Now, since then, it has came back into the certainly below now what is resistance that we think eventually will flip as support and ultimately trigger this broader pattern. But it's not the end of the world. Actually, JASMY is setting up perfectly. It's in this kind of falling wedge pattern on the shorter term, which is a continuation pattern. You often get them on pullbacks. Remember, pullbacks in uptrends are descending. That's exactly what we're getting for JASMY today. This is ultimately going to set us up for upside continuation. And actually, we were looking at the prospects of JASMY doing this months ago. And really, when we look at JASMY on the big time frames, this is a super good looking chart. 71 cents. Let's make that abruptly.
So All In Crypto calling for a 71-cent JASMY. What do you guys think? Would you take a 71-cent JASMY? Galaxy Shooter, what's going on, man? Good to see you. WF Capital, I'm here. 50 push-ups. 50 push-ups, brother. The government doing all this before Trump steps in the office. Yes. Dupuyus coin is up 220%. Wow. Crazy. That's a crazy pamp. Watch that 71 cents would be amazing. Yeah, check this out, guys. Gary Gensler is at it again. This guy, he's out of office, guys. He's out of office in 11 days. 11 days. And he has zero vested interest. He has no power. He's not going to a higher position, but he still will not stop. Check this out, guys. Watch him go.
And that's crypto. And you've been.
This is yesterday.
You often will point out it's a small sliver of that total multi-trillion-dollar package. But you came into this job.
Why are they sitting so close? It's like uncomfortably close. It's weird.
You gave a big speech in which you analogized the crypto world to the Wild West. I guess that makes you the sheriff. So as you get ready to hang up your spurs, is it less of a Wild West? I'm really belaboring the metaphor, but is it less of a Wild West than it was as you leave this office?
My daughters, if they ever watch this interview, will ask, where are your spurs, Dad? I think that we've done some...
Your daughters are probably ashamed of you.
Good things. Look, I came in, my predecessor, Jay Clayton, who was in this office, had also tried to address this new emerging part of finance. And as you say, it's less than 1% of our overall financial markets. But it was then when Jay was trying to address it, and he brought 80 enforcement actions in this area. We've brought in about 100 in our 4 years. It was consistent. It's maybe about 5% of what we do in our law enforcement. I mean, there's 95%, in a sense, unfortunately, about other things, scammers and fraudsters and so forth. But in this field, it's rife with bad actors. And let me just split the field into two just for a minute. The public knows a lot about Bitcoin, which is, depending upon its market value on any given day, is 2/3 to 80% of the market value of crypto. And then there's everything else, or some people say Bitcoin and Ethereum and everything else. These 10 or 15,000 projects, they're raising money from the public, and the public's investing, or the public's investing, hoping for a better future.
Do the public that are investing, do they have a share in the company? Oh, that's right, they don't. Oh, so they're not actually investing in the company. See how he leaves the devil's in the details, guys.
I've been around finance for over 4 decades, and everything in the markets trade on a mixture of fundamentals and sentiment at any given time. But I've never seen a field that's so much wrapped up in sentiment and not so much about fundamentals. And these 10,000 to 15,000 projects, many of them will not survive. They're like venture capital investments. They're not going to survive. But there are also a fair number of small pump and dump schemes and other things in this. And of course, we've lived through a few years where, they became notorious, but they're in jail. The Sam Bankman-Frieds and the CZs and the Do Kwons, where tens of billions of dollars were lost by investors.
Can I ask you about those? Because early on when you talked about enforcement, you said bringing high-profile cases could lead to a change in behavior. Are you satisfied that those cases has led to a change in behavior in this space in particular?
It's a field that built up around non-compliance. And I'm proud of what we've done, building on what Chair Clayton and others had done previously. I think
it's funny because everything he's done is going to be undone by Atkins. So how proud are you of that?
There's still work to be done, particularly I'm saying about these 10 or 15,000 alternative coins that are there, and the intermediaries themselves. I think there's still work to be done. And I think the public is probably aware of this, and less than 10% of the public invests in this field. I think various Federal Reserve and even we did a survey here, these public figures, it's somewhere between 7 and 9% of the public. Should be aware these are highly speculative, volatile investments, and they're not getting the full and fair disclosure that's appropriate. What we're about here at the Securities and Exchange Commission for 90 years is letting the public decide what they want to invest in. And secondly, that the intermediaries, the brokers, the stock exchanges, the advisors, are giving that advice and doing what they're doing without fraud, manipulation, and so forth.
Settle something for me, because I think when you came into office, a lot of people looked at your immediate background, having researched a lot of digital assets, worked on them at MIT, and thought that you would be perhaps a champion of them. Has there been an evolution in the way that you approach crypto over that transition from academia to here, or while you've been
Here's
here?
The evolution.
People think you are somebody who's adamantly opposed to
Here's the evolution. When you're in academia or when you're not in this job, you can study something and observe it, as I did, and try to teach students what's the value proposition about this new technology, what's the value proposition of this new investment vehicles. But then when you're in this job, this is a chair of a 5-member commission over.
You said when you studied crypto that they were not securities. You didn't just study them and talk about the value propositions. You told your classes on camera that these projects were not securities. Now you're saying they are. That's very different than a fundamental difference between the value propositions and sitting on a chair.
Roughly 5,000 people, that's a law enforcement agency. And so now one gets in this chair, building upon my predecessor had brought 80 cases. So we brought about 100. And this is a field rife with challenges and non-compliance with the securities laws. So sometimes people, you take an oath of office, you do what you can.
Man, I'd love to interview him myself. Compound. Michael wants to see Compound. Let's go have a look over at Compound. I haven't looked at Compound in a while. Decent project, though. Good project. $70 right now. $623 million market cap. Fantastic tokenomics. Yeah, they're in the DeFi, yield farming, lending platform. All-time high was in the last bull run, $910. Yeah, I believe it based on the tokenomics. Let's go have a look at the live chart. We've been in a downward little bit of a trajectory here for quite some time, huh? Is that a wick? Yeah. You've been in this downward channel for quite some time, man. Quite some time. You have your 3 touches on top. I mean, yeah, this is eventually going to break to the upside, obviously. But this has been a consolidation since December 4th, over a month. You could go a little bit longer, though. You could go a little bit longer inside of this consolidation before a solid break to the upside. I mean, your break is likely... If you broke here, you'd be looking at about $157-ish, $155 to $170, depending on where the break comes. I mean, if it comes down here a little bit further, $151-ish. But either way, you're in a bullish structure right now, my friend, and Compound definitely is a good project to be in. So it's not a bad entry point right now, in my opinion, man. Not a bad entry point at all. So yeah, Gary Gensler. Man, I don't think I would be able to interview him because I'd end up pummeling him into the canvas, I think, right? I wouldn't be able to. Anyway, the next step for Hydra from Charles.
What happens to Hydra after Hydra Doom?
Hydra Doom program has been tremendously successful. It's brought a lot of partners together, and it's inspired a lot of people to invest and build in the Hydra ecosystem. And it's coming to a close as of January 20th, where Hydra Doom, the tournament will take place in Las Vegas, and a winner will be selected by a merit-based competition. Moving beyond that, Hydra
to the next stage of its evolution, where independent companies like Anastasia and Sunday Labs are starting to build their own Hydra infrastructure. So what we're going to do is invite them into the IO Innovation Group and get them through at least 3 to 6 months of R&D prototyping so that things like Midgard and Gummy Worm protocols, respectively built by Anastasia and Sunday, can start working their way into production Cardano applications. There's a lot more to do. Head-to-head communication, introducing zero-knowledge technologies into the Hydra heads, Hydra tail protocol. But the goal here is an iterative one, not a threshold one where we achieve some magic new level of capability, but rather every year improving Hydra and making it more and more applicable to a larger set of applications. Input-output is going to be using Hydra technology in Midnight, and it's already proved invaluable at massively reducing costs for certain things like the Glacier Drop. And we're going to continue investing in building up Hydra infrastructure for internal and external projects. In particular, we're very interested about Hydra in a gaming sense, and hopefully we'll be able to pull that into future titles.
We've talked about that before, guys. Cardano going into the Web3 gaming space. Beebs, Gary, it's not a security check. Does the U.S. government know how much we sacrificed? Gensler is nothing more than a puppet for the banks pushing their agenda. With hypocrisy and incompetence, the SEC chair has failed to regulate the crypto market and now hides his failures behind reckless lawsuits. His actions are pathetic and disgraceful. Yes, his daughters are likely ashamed of him. I hope that whichever schools his daughters go to, I hope that the people there give them what for. Give them a hard time. Not necessarily harass them, but, make it known to them that their father is an embarrassment to the American people. 4 decades, huh, Gary? Yeah, been JASMY captain. How you been, Jasmine? I'm pretty good, man. I'm pretty good. Crypto Paradox. Long time no see, man. Can you at the chart GST? Can I at the chart GST? I did Jimmy Superfly Snook here. Superfly. Nice, brother. Nice. So let's. Oh, what do we got? What else do we have here? $250 million worth of USDC was minted today at the Treasury. So we're about to see some money pour into the market. So that's good news. That is good news. Now let's jump into this. Here we go. Let's jump into the big story, shall we? So, breaking. The U.S. federal judge has approved the sale of 69,370 Bitcoin worth $6.5 billion seized from Silk Road. Major moves by the government. What's next for the market? So, what that means, guys, is they now have full clearance to sell. Will the DOJ dump the remaining Bitcoin before Trump takes office, or will they hold? Obviously, they're going to sell. Let's get into it here. U.S. still holds 6.5 billion in seized Silk Road Bitcoin. U.S. authorities have not executed any new Bitcoin sales, despite reports suggesting that the Department of Justice has authorized a massive offload. Blockchain intelligence platform Arkham confirmed that Bitcoin is in seized Silk Road and FBI confiscation Bitcoin remains in U.S. government-controlled addresses as of January 9th. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll lose their passwords, their seed phrases. The data provider shared on-chain proof confirming $6.44 billion balance amid chatter suggesting authorities were selling. Rumors of the sale began circulating after reports that the DOJ had cleared 69,370 Bitcoin for liquidation. According to these reports, the federal judge ruled on the matter in late December, but the news only surfaced this week. Now, before I finish this article, I'll finish it first, and then I'll ask a question. With President Pump's inauguration so close, the timing of the news spurred questions. Pump has pledged to retain America's Bitcoin holdings and create a Bitcoin reserve. His plan was adopted by Senator Cynthia Lummis and tabled in the U.S. Senate. Congress was also considering laws to permit BTC reserves at the Federal Reserve after the Fed Chair Jerome Powell said the central bank couldn't legally hold the cryptocurrency. At press time, Pump's swearing-in ceremony, scheduled for January 20th, is only 11 days away. It remains unclear whether the U.S. government will move forward with selling Bitcoin stash during the final days of President Joe Biden's administration. Meanwhile, crypto industry leader lobbied Pump to issue an executive order for a Bitcoin reserve in his first 100 days in office. Several states in Texas and Ohio also considered Bitcoin-focused legislation. So here's the question that I would put out there to everyone saying, oh, they're not going to sell. Okay? Here's the question that I would put out there, and it's a rhetorical one. If they don't plan on selling the Bitcoin, why would they fight a law? Why would they fight in courts to get a judge to give them permission to in the first place? What would be the point in that if they had no intention of selling it? Just a rhetorical question. Something for you to ponder, right? Started accumulating spell token. Thinks there's a good gain on that one. I'm a little apprehensive about spell token, if I'm being completely honest with you, man. I've been asked about spell quite a bit lately. Now, listen, I have nothing against spell as a project. The fact that their ecosystem depends on an algorithmic stablecoin, and the same Cynthia Lummis, who's working with Trump here to pass the bill for a Bitcoin strategic reserve, she's also entered another bill which bans algorithmic stablecoins in the United States. And that bill, I promise you, is going to pass at some point. There will be a ban on algorithmic stablecoins in the United States. Thank you to Do Kwon and Terra Luna Labs. Okay. So in saying that, the fact that Spell Token depends on an algorithmic stablecoin in their ecosystem, they're going to have to either get rid of it or leave the United States. So I would leave that information in your hands, and let me know what you think about it. Metal Detecting England, yo everyone, are you still doing an? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. 8:30 p.m. Central. Where do you buy XAI? I have no idea, Valerie. I have no idea. I see. We have spammers in the chat. There you go. Yeah, we have spammers in the chat. Anyone bullish on ASM? I don't hold any, but it seems like a good project. James, Rob, what's up, bud? I have no dry powder, so I'm back in stoic mode for a few weeks. Just sit back and chill. That's all you got to do, brother. That's all you got to do, right? That's exactly how it's got to be. Crypto Dave, what's up, buddy? Good day to DCA. Exactly. Aaron, what's up, buddy? I was wondering where you were at. There's a bot in the chat. There's a couple of bots in the chat. Yeah, I see them. Yeah, they're spamming some project. So whatever you guys do, ignore the project XAI4M. Stay away from it. It's clearly a scam because that's what the bots are shilling in the chat. So they actually work against their interests by spamming it like that, because now we know to stay away from it, right? Beebs, Dems should have left the Silk Road Bitcoin alone. Trump could have used that Bitcoin for reserve. Just move it over. Yeah, exactly. That's good to know. Basically, that bill could make or break Spell. Yeah, exactly. That is the reason I do not hold Spell Token. Otherwise, I would hold Spell Token. Yep, that's a scam. I'm considering. Oh, yeah, see, scam. Stay away from this project. It's a scam. They're sinking their own ship by spamming it in our chat. Now everyone knows to stay away from it. So, oops, you screwed yourself. All right, what else do we have? Got to wrap this up soon, eh? Yeah, that's why, guys, that's why I need more volunteers to be moderators in the chat. What do we got? You better buy Bitcoin, CNBC host says.
There's a lot of people that are nodding with you because we can deflate our way out of some of the step. But the difference between 2% and 3% compounded for the dollar is devastating. And I don't know, for you to just blow it off is a little weird. I mean, there's a reason they want 2%. Anyone can move goalposts. I mean, if you compound 3%, that's 50% higher than 2%.
You know where 2% comes from?
No, but
2%
3% it would make all of us feel awful in 10 years.
2% comes from the Bank of New Zealand.
Okay.
In the early 90s.
It seems like a good number to me.
But it's an arbitrary number. What you've got to take
well, 5 is an arbitrary number. If you want to deflate 36 trillion, let's go to 10 then.
I don't want to pull the rug from under U.S. economic exceptionalism. I think we are outpacing the rest of the world.
We're starting to at 3%.
I think we are investing in the economies of tomorrow. In the growth drivers of tomorrow. If we not
government.
No, the private sector, everything else. If you push this economy into recession,
the private sector is not what causes the inflation.
Joe, if you push this economy into recession, you will not just lose current standard of living, you will lose future standard of living. We are in a very good position.
3% loses the future standard of living. That's the problem.
2.5 to 3 is what I said. You went immediately to 3.
Well, if you say 3 at the high end,
and as long as inflation,
okay with it.
As long as inflation expectations are stable, you can navigate.
You better buy some Bitcoin, Mohammed.
Better buy some Bitcoin, buddy. Oh, that's awesome. Scammers. Did you just know how much we sacrificed? Edge compared to what JASMY has in GPUs. Nice. I'll have to look into it a little bit. All right. What else do we have? Check this out. Top 10 crypto projects by positive market sentiment on CoinMarketCap right now. Oh, look who is number 5. That would be JASMY at 87.9% bullish. Sentiment. Love it. Jasmy leading the way in sentiment on coin market cap. Watcher Guru says $870 billion asset manager, Standard Charter, to offer Bitcoin and crypto custody services in Europe. So I guess they got clearance from Mika to custody crypto in Europe. That's massive. We just need the same thing in the States now, right? What do we got here? Are you mentally prepared for 2025? Check it out, guys. Here we are right down here. Look at every other year, and everyone's so negative, guys. People are going to laugh at themselves in a while. They're going to laugh at themselves in a few months. Like, whoa, I can't believe I almost gave up. Almost gave up on that. Here's some irony for you guys. Check this out. The irony. Google donates $1 million to President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration. The same company who censored everything Donald Trump and tried to make everything pro. I remember when they took that shot at him. If you looked it up on Google, only positive Kamala Harris stuff came up in your search. So the same search engine that tried to manipulate the election towards the Democrats is now donating money to Trump's inauguration. That is irony. They're probably trying to get on his good side now, right? That's hilarious. And a new listing for KASPA. This one's for you, Beebs. KASPA listed on Plus Wallet. So there you go, guys. Another new listing for KASPA. You love to see that as well. All right, so let's get back over to the bubbles. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys are going to do if you're going to DCA. Pistol Pete says I should have took profits when Jasmy hit 5 cents in early December. This market's killing me right now. Hey, man, it's a long-term game, brother. Zoom out. You're fine, brother. You are fine. Do not stress. Do not worry. Jasmy's going way, way higher along with all the other altcoins, man. Patience is key. Hey, Rob, thanks for the updates. I wish you all a good evening. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So listen, that's the news. That's the chat. I got to get to a couple of one-on-ones over on the Patreon I got to get done. A couple of coaching AMAs over there. Guys, if you want to get yours, get over to the Patreon. Get your coaching AMAs scheduled in. Join our group video Zoom calls that we do every single evening as well. And so much more, guys. Get the help that you need for your exit strategies, your profit-taking plans, passive income opportunities, node staking, DeFi, node operations, DeFi staking, and so much more. The link is in the chat. It's in the description. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I will be back tonight, between 8:30 and 9 o'clock Central with special guest Crypto Canvas. And we will be talking all things Onyx coin. So make sure you guys are here for that. And yeah. All right, guys. Have a good one.